I've been avoiding this part for like 1 or 2 weeks now. Cause now we are on the side of the game where it's just an infinite grind of free time. Yeah. We still gotta do it, you know. But it's probably not as much fun as, you know, the other stuff. Like the fun stuff, like crying. But yeah. Let me just do some simple things and then we can start. No, I need. What the fuck? How did the epilogue end? What? Alright. The epilogue ended before it started. Interesting, I would say. Anyways. Everything, right? Oh yeah, it's because we started the novel, right? We did not start the novel? I could swear, like, I remember the beginning where we, like, you know, got the exit key thing from the Mono machine. Ah, she is very quiet. Interesting. He relies on his own intuition to form his predictions, resulting in an accuracy rate of 30%. He has been held back a few times. Alright. Code, I don't know if you're there, but is the what if canon? I mean, if the what? Finish? Alright. Is canon, then Yasuhiro would be right, because he has an accuracy of 30%, and with 3 endings that would kind of add up, right? Let me check one thing really quick. What the fuck? There's so many achievements. Yeah, do a cluster without taking damage, like impossible. What do we do for Magical Girl Monomi? Before we're doing like the infinite grind, we're doing the game. Stage 1? Hey, what the fuck? I thought I finished the game. What the fuck? Nah, scam. Look at this. I finished the game and alright. I guess we'll just have to do this then. Equipment? Okay, well, like base level, I guess. Let's go. Easy, normal, hard. Let's go hard mode. This game is going to be easy as hell. I mean, what even are the controls? B is jump. Okay, and I can run like this. And I probably need to jump onto them. Or get trapped. Get on my level. Or get trapped. Oh shit. Why am I even doing this? I mean, what is my goal in this game? I'm jumping on his head. What is my goal? I mean, I can kill them, right? Here, now I have like how do I activate this? Yeah. Can I please, why isn't it working now? What the fuck? What the hell am I supposed to do? Oh wow, what a fun game. At least the music is good. Oh shit. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. What the hell? Abracadabra. Exit. Yeah, a bit of help. Wall attack after jumping. So I need to do B and then X. Alright, B and X. Too easy. Of course I'm doing hard mode. Oh, alright. I'm doing kaboom. I got a waffle. Kaboom. What a fun game. I got a clock. Interesting. Now what? And what is my goal in this game? What should I do now? Well, what the fuck? Well, alright. Wave 2. Alright. Bro, that fucker's pink. What the hell? I'm just gonna, you know, jump on those dudes. Oh no, I took damage. And I took another damage. No, more of those pink idiots. Let's go, spawn trapping. Spawn trapping on top. there going to be a boss fight or something? Because right now this game is pretty boring. Wave 4. Oh god. I'm sorry, please don't hurt me. What the hell? How many? I was joking. This game is super fun. Present! A present! Let's go! Fucking barbed wire. Is this milk? Wave 5? What the? No, why do they shoot? Stop fucking shooting at me. Huh! Nah, bro, spawn camping. Game over. Equipment. Well, I don't know about this game. Nah, bro, nah. Let's gamble a little bit. Cause, yeah, when the other items from the... Oh, whoa. What is my repeat rate? I mean, I don't even have a lot of items I don't have already, so let's just feed all my coins into the shit. Okay, I'm not getting any doubles now. Let's go. Fucking... Oh, another one. And it's a fucking Game Boy. And I get another one. And I get another one. And another one. And another one, what the fuck? Okay. I think that's normal. Okay, alright. I mean, I got a lot of new stuff. I mean, one. Fucking two-sided ukulele. Let's feed it more coins, yeah. 25% seems logical. And did I get anything new? I did not. It could also be the gambling simulator. I mean, I'm just opening those stupid gacha things. Fun. That's fun gameplay. Indeed. And I'm getting fucking toilet paper, I don't know. Coconuts. A lizard. A camera. I don't think I have the camera already, right? Oh, a ring. Gotta marry someone. And next one. Eat all my coins. Yes! Alright. I don't know what this item is, but the achievement just said I got every item in the game. So I'm missing 2 items, but I have every item? Well, I don't know. Yeah, vending machine. Oh, that's how often I have those tips and tips. I need that one. And I have the rest. Character gallery. Voice. What do we have here?
You may call me Gundam Tanaka. Remember it well, for it is the name that will one day rule this world. My name is Gundam Tanaka. Burn in the fires of pandemonium.
Alright. What? Alright.
Let's go, Jumpy, Magazi, Sandy, Champy.
I thought it was Jam P and it's Chan P. Damn. Okay, it was Sandy, yeah, I could remember that.
Go, my 4 dark devas of destruction. This is the Tanaka Empire.
Oh no.
What is it, my 4 dark devas of destruction? Are you worried about me? Oh, my feared 4 dark devas of destruction. That is not like you at all. However, there is no need to fear. In this world, I am only a temporary visitor. I was simply visiting for a moment, and now that my duty is complete, I must return to the darkness. That is why, until the very end, pride, conceit, courage, insolence, fearful of nothing, daunted by nothing. Let us laugh uproariously! That is Gundam Tanaka! I shall stick with my evil until the very end! Open sesame pandemonium! I shall fill hell with true hell! Don't underestimate the power of the evil eye!
Yes!
Tanaka Empire! I shall kill you.
Oh, alright.
With this, the contract is complete.
What else do we have? We got... Oh, Nagito! Hey!
Please call me the ultimate hope.
No. Who else could I... Oh, you fucker. Oh, hey, he had that funny accent, right? Wait, let me see.
My cooking was just for the sake of making the person most important to me.
Paris Hilton! Please!
Bro, where's the accent?
Help me!
Let's see.
Pepperoni?
Pepperoni!
What the fuck, pepperoni?
Tonight's but
Nah, there's no accent. Alright, alright. We got,
I'm sorry. Don't ever forget about me. Even after you get out of here.
alright. That's what we gotta do. Ultimate gallery, what the hell? Oh, that's this thing. I need some sound. A somersault. No, this fucking thing gave me nightmares. I'm not doing this. Here. Some good music. Better buy New World Order. Cross swords? Nope. A fucking improved Hangman's Gambit, let's go. With intro. I'm desperately in love with this song. Nope. Artwork gallery. I'll buy a picture of that. Oh no, it's a concept art. I need a movie gallery. Opening. Oh, it's that shit. Alright. Yeah, okay, I can skip that. Why can't I skip? I skipped it at the beginning when I wasn't supposed to skip, and I can skip now. The song's a banger. I'm pretty sure I could show this to my parents and say this is a family-friendly game. I mean, what would they say? There's nothing really bad in this video. Family friendly, yeah. True opening. Oh, that's this one, and I can skip this one too. Oh, I can. Alright. No, oh. No. What else do I need? I need to buy every execution, of course. Alright, that's essentially it. And then...
Welcome to Dongun Island.
You know, let's do the novel first. Even though I'm pretty sure I already did the novel, like, partially. Monokuma's monologue. And for this one, I need to do one quick thing in the settings, cause it would be really annoying. How do I do this? Settings. Alright, now. Kuma's monologue. This world is full of ifs. If Adam— oh shit, I didn't change the title of the stream. Alright, I should change the title, cause I'm still at Is This the End again, I think. Which is a really stupid title. Let's just change it to... What if? Fitting title, let's go. If Adam hadn't tied the knot with Eva, society as we know it never would have born. The world that everyone lives in is just one outcome among countless ifs, and will continue to be a muddled world overflowing with infinite ifs. If is what is miso soup, you know? What lies beyond this point is a scary world filled with five stepfathers who abandon their families. A climb bottle where the inside and the outside are filled with uncertainty. But don't break it, okay? It'd be so expensive that there's no way you'd ever be able to pay me back. But no matter how you look at it, ifs are simply worlds like any other. No matter how hypothetical a story may be, the future is the only thing that's truly foggy. And the past is more solid than a frozen banana. Can't you... I know no one wants to hear it, but I ate frozen banana. This has nothing to do with anything that just happened, but I ate a frozen banana. And to be honest, frozen bananas themselves aren't really that solid. I mean, if you put them like in water and then freeze them, they get really solid, but that's the ice of the water. If you just freeze a banana like it's not really that solid. Can change a conclusion, it was already happened. Even if you see a world that may have existed, it wouldn't affect the people living in reality. Because if is only if, after all. Even if a parallel world exists where a particular if actually happened, humans cannot cross boundaries between worlds that easily. No matter how far if goes, it will always be what if. Will always be a what if scenario. You really want to see that? You've got some sick interests. Don't you think that that's an insult to Makoto and the others after the tragedy they overcame? Though as far as I'm concerned, I will still insult them. If you're gonna look at if, I think it's better if you view the outside of the climb bottle first. Might even be better if you view the ending of a video game called Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Well, I never heard of that. Am I supposed to care? Try to play it multiple times, I did. And spend your free time with Junko and Shima at least 3 times too, I did. Maybe ideal if you can collect all the items and movies too, I did. But if you guys have come this far, I'm sure you've already done all that. Yeah, I did. Still, I'd buy the game if I were. I did. I'd actually buy at least 2 copies if I were. I didn't buy 2 copies, but I have 2 copies. The curtain lowers. The bottom of hope and the tragic warriors of despair. What the fuck? What should I do with this? Makoto was at loss. Despite his hesitation, the situation was extremely simple and composed of 3 key factors. The first factor was that Makoto was currently locked inside a school. Hope's Academy is a school for privileged elite, and each student attending possesses ultimate talent. Makoto was chosen Topspeak Academy by a lottery held to select the ultimate lucky student. When he arrived for his first day of school, he immediately lost consciousness and he woke up. He saw all the exits and windows had been sealed shut. The next factor was Monokuma, a mysterious robot being operated by the mastermind, and the announcement he made to all the students. You'll be living your whole life in this academy, he declared. If you wanna leave, then kill someone and become the Black End. This strange remote-controlled robot was telling Makoto and his fellow Ultimates to start killing each other in exchange for their freedom. They learned that more than one Monokuma exists and that each contains a bomb to prevent anyone from attacking them. On top of that, Monokuma announced that anyone who attempted to harm him would receive punishment. The third and final factor was the red button that Monokuma was currently holding in his hand. The word escape button was crudely written on this button in a marker. And though the first two factors were certainly causes for panic, Makoto only seemed at loss over the third. During his free time, Makoto noticed that the school store was open. His curiosity got the better of him. He was overwhelmed by the disjointed atmosphere upon entering. His attention soon focused on this strange vending machine. What's Mono machine were written on it, and it seemed to accept the strange bar pattern coins they sometimes found inside the school. It seemed like a bad idea, but Makoto thought there might be a chance this machine could dispense some way of escaping the school, and so he inserted the only coin he had into the coin slot, and the result was the escape button mentioned earlier. There's a limit to how much you can tease us. Maybe the mastermind who trapped us in here is making a cruel joke. These thoughts filled Makoto's mind and he began to feel deeply discouraged. However, there's always a chance, right? Oh, wait. Alright. Makoto was just an ordinary boy and he only gained entry to Topspeak Academy through a lottery to find the ultimate lucky student. Maybe that luck was a real deal. Oh shit, let me check something. Holy shit, how many dudes are streaming Danganronpa 2 right now? Anyways. Yeah. If this button is real, maybe I can let Sayaka... Makoto took a deep, slow breath and pressed the button. Instantly, pain burst through his entire body. I'm not going to scream. Makoto's arms and legs went limp as he lost his balance and fell to the floor in a crumpled heap. As he breathed heavily, it dawned on him what had just happened. I got electrocuted? He looked down at the button in his hand and noticed a small needle sticking out of it. Makoto quickly summarized that an electric current must have been running through it. After regaining enough of his strength to stand back up, Makoto thought about it once again. I should have known it was fake. Just how sick and twisted was the mastermind? My head still feels a little woozy. I should go back to my room and rest today. With that in mind, Makoto walked out of the store with slow, careful steps. But Makoto didn't know yet. If the escape button really was fake, it would have been an act of mercy from the mastermind. A small bear-shaped shadow began moving around inside the now empty school store. The shadow Monokuma stood before the Mono machine and stared at it silently. But after some time had passed, he began to laugh, a cold, hollow laugh, utterly devoid of emotion. Despite the fact that he was alone, Monokuma began to talk, almost as if he was speaking to someone. Perhaps Monokuma was talking directly to the mastermind controlling him. I only put that in the Mono machine because I thought it'd be interesting if one of the last few survivors happened to win it. but with a success rate of 0.0000001%, I never thought anyone would actually win it. Perhaps I should have expected the ultimate lucky student to overcome such impossible odds. Monokuma started blushing and breathing heavily for no apparent reason. A robot like Monokuma doesn't need to breathe, but because his technology is super advanced, he can express himself like a living creature. Makoto was chosen through the lottery and now he won the escape button through the lottery? This is obviously impossible, right? Is this what a miracle is? All this also go towards escaping. Something that defies all common sense about come crashing into the world. Well, even though I don't really want this at all, I'm starting to enjoy this new sensation. We'll be back after this commercial. Monokuma's internal machinery began running at full capacity, and his facial expression began changing more smoothly than any humans could. Suddenly his expression immediately stopped and he whispered through the speakers, "But is this really good luck?" After muttering something so ominous, Monokuma's loud screeching laugh ran cheeringly throughout the room. The situation that was about to unfold contained two conflicting emotions in equal measures: hope and despair. What am I supposed to do? Flip the page? Oh yeah, I'm supposed to flip the page. Yeah, that's how far I got like last time. The next day, nighttime. Student dormitory in Makoto's room. Makoto Naegi lay on his bed, desperately struggling with the despair and hope jarring within him. Monokuma had forced the students to each watch a DVD earlier that day. Makoto showed a scene that suggested his parents and little sister were in danger, and he now found himself determined to leave the school. It seems the other students were forced to watch shocking videos of their own. Videos so shocking that they were now determined to escape the school too, if it meant sacrificing someone to do it. However, it was obvious that these videos were part of Monokuma's trap. As long as a student killed someone, they were allowed to graduate and leave the academy. It seemed that the mastermind controlling Monokuma was hell-bent on making the students kill each other. But right now, Makoto was most worried about Sayaka Maizono, who seemed to be incredibly distressed after watching her DVD. Sayaka wasn't just the ultimate pop sensation, she was also Makoto's classmate when they were students at Blackroot Junior High School. Her optimism had been encouraging Makoto these past few days, and he was becoming a similar source of strength for her as well. If nothing else, I have to at least save Sayaka. As soon as Makoto thought that, he suddenly felt a small headache. Was he still reeling from being punched by Mondo the other day, or was this a side effect of being electrocuted by the escape button? As Makoto pondered these things, the pain slowly subsided. He returned to his determined thought of escape. Anyway, we all need to work together, and at the moment Makoto realized his goal had changed slightly. We all need to. Ideally, it would be best if everyone survived together. However, aside from Sayaka, Makoto had never met the other students before. He didn't know if they could even be trusted in the first place. At that moment, he trusted them without even an ounce of suspicion. He believed they were worth helping, even at the cost of his own life. Just like Sayaka. Why? Sorry, I need to recharge my phone so I can look at chat, which is currently dying. Ugh. As if all the blood vessels in his brain were being individually sliced open. Why did I just think that I could trust the others as much as I trust Sayaka? Makoto tried to figure out why his thought process had suddenly changed. Something was wrong. The throbbing pain in his head seemed to synchronize with the strange feeling that something was approaching him. As a ray of light began to form within the dark recesses of his own mind, the doorbell rang. Someone's here. He quickly got out of bed, but that only made the headaches worse. With no concern for his safety, Makoto carelessly opened the door to his room and came face to face with Sayaka. I'm really sorry to come by so late. Sayaka? The pain. What are you doing out so late? The moment he saw her face, a pulsating pain in Makoto's head began accelerating. He felt like his world was being torn apart from the inside. Sorry to bother you, but something really weird just happened, and Makoto, what's wrong? You don't look so well. Sayaka was pale and had been trembling when she came to Makoto's room, but she seemed surprised to see that his complexion was worse than her own. Yeah, I'm fine. My head. Makoto couldn't finish his sentence. His eyes rolled back into his head as he lost consciousness, slowly fell to the floor. And Sayaka's beautiful voice let out a scream as she stood over Makoto's body. The next day, the nurse's office! Yay! Oh, you're awake. Hey, are you okay? You're okay? How many fingers am I holding up? As Makoto regained consciousness, he was greeted by a set of fingers abundant with long fake nails being waved in his face. You're Junko, right? Hey, why do you sound so unsure? I'm a little shocked to hear you say that. Despite what she said, Junko Nishima, the ultimate fashionista, was laughing as if she found this all very amusing. Makoto looked around and realized he'd never seen this place before. It looked somewhat like a horse. What the fuck, I just saw a shadow moving. Well, what kind of fucking horror game am I in? Not in the game, I mean in real life, you know. It looked somewhat like a hospital, 3 beds including his own, well lined up in the room, and various medical instruments laid around them. The black ceiling felt strangely oppressive, but as he sat up, Makoto's mind immediately centered on one possibility. Where are we? Did we get rescued? That'd be nice, huh? She replied as she looked away. Junko explained that this was the nurse's office on the first floor of the academy. Makuma said, I can't bear to see my precious students getting sick and opened this place up this morning. But don't you think it's suspicious? What if all these meds are poison? To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised Makuma to remember his encounter with the escape button and let out a small sigh. So why am I here, Junko? You should thank Sayaka for that. She was here the whole night taking care of you. She was? Junko ignored Makoto's surprise and continued casually talking. But then Taka got all fired up and was like, we should take turns watching over him. I just happened to be on duty when you woke up. Well, even then, only cause Byakuya ditched. I see, thanks. Like I said, you should thank Sayaka. Anyway, you're feeling, is everything alright? Makoto thought about it for a moment and remembered what he had been thinking about just before he lost consciousness. This is kind of weird, but actually, it's a really weird question, but what's up? Junko, we've never met each other before, right? Bro was just revealing the entire plot twist of the first game. Upon hearing this, Junko's eyes widened, but a few seconds later she began to laugh. Are you for real? The pickup line is like so totally played out, you know? Even though she was grinning, tears look came over her face. Just so you know, you shouldn't expect anything like that from me. I know I look this way, but I take my virtue pretty seriously. Oh no, I mean, I never expected. Well, that's what I figured. It's obvious that you're a total omega male anyway. Makoto and Junko continued to talk to one another. Although he wondered why Junko was talking to him instead of leaving to get the others, Makoto didn't question it. He just wanted to talk to anyone. As long as he interacted with his fellow students, he believed he would learn the truth about what was Alright, I'm back. What was going on inside of his head? 10 minutes later, Junko mostly talked about alpha male and omega males, her time being homeless, and about her past and her dreams for the future. The last topic was a lot heavier than the previous ones, but Makoto's calm demeanor seemed to cheer her up. She smiled sincerely and said softly, "Thanks, Makoto. Maybe it was a sign of gratitude for listening to her troubles, but she kept the same smile as she blotted out something horrifying. In return, I promised that if I do decide to kill someone, it won't be you." Don't say scary stuff like that. At least that's what Makoto thought, but the words that came out of his mouth expanded a different sentiment. "I see, thanks. But I wouldn't want you to become the Black Ant in the first place." For some reason, Makoto felt like the murderous words that came out of Junko's mouth seemed like a natural thing for her to say. She seemed very surprised by Makoto's response and quickly brought out, "Are you serious? I was just kidding." "Oh yeah, of course. Sorry for acting so weird. No worries, let's just chalk this up to..." Oh, sorry. She returned to her usual blubby self and let out a big stretch and turned to Makoto. "Am I gonna get going? Wait, I'm gonna get going now. Make sure you don't get killed before the next person arrives." After seeing her off, Makoto laid back down in bed and started thinking to himself, what is this strange feeling? His dual headache continued as his thoughts began to blur. I was just talking to Junko, but I feel like I was talking to someone else. Oh! How could that have happened? How could he think he has been talking to someone else? Who? Who is she? Oh, who is she? A misty memory. Okay, I'm sorry. The more he thought, the more it felt like his memories were sinking to a thick swarm. Each throb of pain pulsing in his head felt like a wave on the surface of that swarm. What is this feeling? It felt very unpleasant, as though someone's voice was screaming at him from inside his head. Makoto tried to organize his thoughts and go over everything that had happened to him. But he was interrupted by the sound of a bell. Unlike the dorm rooms, the nurse office didn't have a doorbell. The bell sounded that Makoto heard was ringing throughout the entire building. Testing. Mic check 1, 2. This is a test of the school broadcast system. It was Monokuma's voice. Now that Makoto has finally woken up, please assemble at the gym. Makoto listened to Monokuma's heartless order and out of the bed without complaining. I have to go. He walked one step at a time, in according with the rhythm of his throbbing headache. Slowly he walked forward, not knowing if where he was headed was heaven or hell. The gym. Makoto, you're alright? Saika ran over to see Makoto as soon as he entered the gym. Thanks, sorry about yesterday, I guess. I really worried you. Please don't apologize, I'm sorry too. I barged into your room when you were feeling well. Now that you mention it, said Makoto, what happened yesterday? Saika looked away for a brief moment, but immediately turned back and smiled her pop sensation smile and shook her head. It's nothing, I will tell you some other time. While they were talking, Kiyotaka Ishimaru, the ultimate moral compass, stepped forward, pointing his accusatory finger at Makoto. You're late, Makoto. Explain why you were tardy. The other students collectively raised their eyebrows as if they were thinking, why is this guy yelling at someone who was sick? However, Makoto just smiled gently and answered him honestly. I didn't feel well, so I was resisting sitting in the nurse's office. Can you note that in the daily logbook? See, that's consistent with my information. If that's the case, then I shall consider this matter settled. The conversation progressed smoothly and Taka smiled as he kept talking. I will take full responsibility for recording it. You just focus on recovering. If you ever feel ill, please report to to the health committee. It seems we will need to appoint health committee members for this meeting though. Taka walked away mumbling for himself as he opened the daily logbook. He found a academy supply room. Celestia Ludenberg, the ultimate gambler, saw the whole conversation and walked up to Makoto. Despite his unreasonable behavior, you knew exactly what to say to him. As soon as Celeste said that, it dawned on Makoto. It's true that he didn't feel well and that he had been resting in the nurse's office. But when Taka asked him why he was late, even though he should have already known the reason, Makoto didn't feel annoyed or disappointed at all. It was as if he expected Taka to say that. Makoto felt strange that he had accepted Taka's personality so quickly. He couldn't understand why he asked Taka to do something as unnecessary as recording it in the daily logbook in the first place. Why did I say that? It's like I was used to it. His response to Taka's demands came as naturally to him as breathing. Why? Why? Every time he tried to think about it, his headache grew even worse. As Makoto struggled to think through the pain of his headaches, a black and white stuffed animal jumped out from behind the gym's podium and began twirling around as he spoke in a cheerful voice. Hey guys, is everyone here? He sounded like he was about to lead the students on a field trip, but not a single one of them had a smile on their face. What is it this time? Are we gonna hijack a curious ship and run into a gigantic one? Of course, there was one exception. Yasuhiro Hagaku, the ultimate clairvoyant, still believed that the current situation was some kind of planned event. Makoto just ignored him and continued to address the students with his adorable voice. Today I'm going to tell you about your wonderful academy system. System sure sounds like a great word, don't you think? It reeks of danger just like a bear. I want you all to trample over the depths of your friends and grow up to their hardened hearts. It's good to be a little naughty. I want you all to grow poisonous personalities. After making his non-social introduction, Makuma moved to the next topic. With this, he began providing a detailed explanation of the most vile system in the school, the class trial. Now, you can just kill someone. You gotta kill someone without anyone else finding out you did it. Monokuma talked about his horrible graduation program with casual indifference, but because a killing hadn't happened yet, his lecture didn't install any despair in the students. As long as a killing never occurred, there'd be no point to a class trial. But no one could really say that a killing wasn't going to happen. As the students' suspicions began to rise, Monokuma continued to explain the class drill until... Wait, hold on a sec. As Monokuma began to explain the executions that would severe a punishment, one girl stepped forward. Junko? As soon as he saw how angry she was, the rhythm of Makoto's headache began to change slightly. You're freaking insane, you know that? The girl continued to complaining angrily. She seemed completely different from the smiling person. Bro, I just turned fucking French. Person. Person Makoto saw in the nurse's office. Was Junko always like that? No, she's different. That's how Junko acts, but... Is that person really Junko? Wait, what am I thinking? As Makoto struggled with his headache and confusion, Makuma and Bell continued to argue. What are you saying you're not gonna participate in the trial? Only punishment awaits such splash and free. What? Punishment? I might don't know. Throw in a deep, dark, scary prison or something different. The strange feeling he felt is now directed to Makuma. Prison? No, they aren't that kind. A series of images flashed in Makoto's mind, and at first he thought it was some kind of parade, but he quickly realized that was a mistake. What looked like lights were actually buildings enlarged in flames. The red decorating the scene seemed to have come from human bodies. Despair. It wasn't confined to the Academy or even to Japan, images of worldwide death and destruction flooded Makoto's brain with every throb of his headache. I've seen this before. That's the indescribable violence taking place. In all those images, there was one thing they had in common. Who are they? They are raging terrorists wearing black and white masks while wreaking havoc in these images. They took everything: money, valuables, lives, families, dignity, the past, the future, and possibly even hope. The mask these terrorists were wearing perfectly resembled the face of the stuffed animal arguing with the student before him. Shut the hell up! Say whatever you want. I'm not gonna be part of this. Don't be selfish. You're the one being selfish. Kill whoever you want. It's got nothing to do with me. The evil standing here before me. I'm trembling with fear, but I won't give into such evil. It's my style to stick out and resist till the very end. Till the very end! What? I mean, Guntompton. If you really want to get out of here, you'll have to go through me first. Kuma swung his arms right as he charged at the girl with welting steps. But the girl stomped on the self-proclaimed headmaster of the Academy of East. Are you enjoying yourself now? Pinned beneath the girl's foot, Monokuma looked up into the girl's cold eyes and calmly asked, "Are you?" Well, violence against the headmaster Monokuma is not allowed. You have violated a school regulation. At that moment, a chill ran down Makoto's spine. He's going to get killed. Monokuma's words sounded very threatening to him. It wasn't a prediction or a guess. It was as if he knew the danger Monokuma possessed from the start. If this continues, Junko's going to... His mind still didn't fully grasp the situation unfolding in front of him. But the time he realized he was about to remember something, he was already running forward. Junko? The impact of his feet combined with the rhythm of his headache, sending his brain and heart into a panic. No, she's different. She's... I invoked the mighty summon spell. Help to me, godly spear gunner. Kuma wiggled beneath the girl's foot and let out a scream. At the exact moment, Makoto charged at her and screamed out, "Mukuro, watch out!" Huh? The girl dressed as Junko and Ashima widened her eyes in shock. As if to invade the judging Makoto, she jumped back with agility unheard of the teenager high school girl. And then, right as that moment, countless spears pierced the spot where she had been standing just a split second ago. All the students, including the girls, stared wide-eyed at the sudden turn of events. Spears, too many of them to count, had shot out with blinding speed from the mechanism installed floor and walls of the gym. However, Makoto was unable to notice this. Why did I call Junko Mukuro? Mukuro? As that thought entered his mind, a sharp sudden impact struck his side, followed by an intense deathly pain that ran down his spine, spread through his entire body. The spear stabbed into his side, instantly tore his flesh to shreds and shot out of his... What the fuck? Out of his back, coated in blood and other bodily fluids. At that moment, the black fog that had included Makoto's mind was consumed by death itself, and his consciousness slowly faded. He remembered everything. Because of the electric jolt and the chemical compound, the escape button. Because of that button he had found by chance, Kunaigi managed to escape. He escaped this hopeless game where his fellow students had their memories stolen and were forced to kill each other. Of course, that escape is also what led to his current life and death predicament. In the end, perhaps he only escaped from one despair and fall into another. At the same time, his actions had unintended consequences for one person. Girl living defaults intently as her beloved little sister Junko Nishima. Mukuro Ikusawa, the ultimate soldier and a member of Despair. The past, the future, perhaps even hope itself are on the path of despair. And so the curtain falls on Makoto's story for now. From this point, the story is about a certain girl. A girl who is more pitiful than anyone else in the Sealed of Academy. A new curtain along with new despair shall now rise. Time had suddenly stopped for Mukuro Kusaba. It was as if everything around her had frozen perfectly still. In the past, she was known as the ultimate soldier. She had experimented this feeling before, during her time with the mercenary group Feria. In the situations where she was surrounded by a hopeless number of enemies within the jungle or in desert room, the charging enemies seemed as though they were frozen in time, which allowed her to claim a decisive victory in all her battles. This wasn't a battlefield, so why did this familiar sensation activate once again? In order to understand what had happened, Mukuro slowly tried to assess the current situation from within the frozen world. Junko and Mukuro are both children of despair. But Junko Enoshima, the true ultimate despair, harbors a far deeper darkness within her. Though the last names are different, Mukuro is Junko's older sister, connected by the bonds of blood. She cooperated with Junko's hopeless planet, impersonated her under the presence of participating in a killing game alongside her classmates. According to the plan, Mukuro was supposed to pose Monokuma, who her sister was controlling, and be locked in a dungeon as punishment. Isolated from the others, she would then escape the dungeon and perform various acts intended to deprive the students of hope. That was the role she had been assigned to. When Makoto succumbed to his headache, Junko ordered her to see if the shock had caused him to remember anything that could make him liability. He woke up as she was tending to him, so she made a small talk with him, but she didn't notice any change in his behavior. Until this point, she was certain that there shouldn't be any problems. Nothing could possibly go wrong. She stomped on Monokuma like her sister ordered her to do. She flawlessly spoke the lines she was taught to memorize. Afterwards, she would fall through the trapdoor into the dungeon and remain isolated from the other students. It was her role, but she hadn't done anything wrong. There were no problems. She repeated that for herself over and over like a silent prayer. But in that frozen moment in time, what she saw was not a trapdoor, but countless spears. One of them had skewered Makoto through his side. Why? Makoto? Why are there spears? Anya would have died if I hadn't moved. Junko messed up the plan? No, Junko would never mess up. She was trying to kill me. Me? Makoto saved me. Why? Why did he say my name? Did his memory come back? Did I not realize that? Did I make a mistake? Is that why Junko got angry? Is this punishment? Is this my fault? Junko tried to kill me. Kill me. Kill me. Kill me. Slowly time came back to her world. Mukuro could feel her face turning pale as she slowly looked towards Makoto. The students' screams ranged throughout the gym. Seika was probably the first one to scream. But who screamed first didn't matter to Mukuro. Makoto, why? Makoto was the ultimate lucky student. He had been her classmate for the past 2 years. Now he was a sacrifice to despair. Not long ago he had given her an answer of sorts during their conversation in the nurse's office. He was just a pawn in a plan his sister had devised. Now a feeling of doubt began forming in Mukuro's mind. What did I want from Makoto? I saw her turn relentlessly. He continued to think. In turn, I promised that if I do decide to kill someone, it won't be you. Was I impersonating Junko then? Or did I really mean that? What did I start feeling just now? Just now, the moment he saved me? Or near a smoke in the nurse's office earlier. When I first confronted him about the killing game, before his memories returned, or was it before even that? Mukuro stood there confused and overwhelmed as Makoto slowly opened his eyes, his spear still impelling him through the side. Mukuro? Makoto, are you okay? Mukuro was no longer impersonating the ultimate fashionista. Looking up from the floor of the gym, Makoto asked, "Why are you dressed up like Junko?" He was smiling. Maybe he couldn't feel the pain anymore, or maybe he was being affected by something else. But regardless, Makoto ignored the fact that he was dying just to give Mukuro his warm smile. I'm glad that you're safe, Mukuro. As soon as she heard Makoto's weak, fighting voice, something inside Mukuro snapped. From within the shell of despair she had built up, an intense emotion began flowing out. This is all wrong. She couldn't hold back the emotion any longer. No. For the first time in her entire life, Mukuro unleashed a scream into the world. As Mukuro fell to her knees and clutched her head, a small shadow started walking towards her back. A stuffed animal that had been under her foot. Monokuma, his claws were extended and he was no longer walking with his usual waddle. Instead he moved like a beast silently stalking its prey as he slowly advanced from his target's blind spot. As he inched closer to Mukuro, Monokuma raised his razor-sharp claws, crouched on his haunches, and suddenly leaped towards the back of her neck. However, just before those claws could reach paralyzed Mukuro, the shadow moved in from the side and swatted those claws away from one blow. Sound deflected, Monokuma was sent flying through the air, spinning before crashing into the wall. Damn you. What are you trying to do? Sakura Ogami, the ultimate martial arts, had just prevented another tragedy. She stood before Monokuma and addressed him in a loud, booming voice. Not only did you attempt to kill Junko for violating school regulations, you even attacked Makoto, who had nothing to do with this. If you plan to continue acting in such a savage manner, there's no reason for us to play along with your game. Yakuya Togami, the ultimate affluent progeny, smirked condescendingly at Sakura. Fool. One could say you've now violated school regulations with your senseless actions. Looked as if he honestly did not care if his fellow students lived or died at all. While she merely deflected the headmaster's attack just now, so I do not think it truly counts as acts of violence. Like by Yakuya, Celeste seemed unfazed as she chided him over his words. However, the banter between the two was enough to stir a stunned student to action. Makoto? Senka was the first one to run towards Makoto, who lay bleeding from his stomach. But Monokuma stopped her, shouting in a tone of voice that seemed completely out of character. Be careful, don't go too close to those two. Startled by Monokuma's desperate tone, Sayaka and the other students stopped moving almost instinctively. The students looked around at each other. Instead of his usual plain gait, Monokuma walked towards them with deliberate, methodical steps, and then suddenly blurted out something that took everyone, including Mukuro, by surprise. I'm sure you're probably confused by this sudden turn of events, but I want you guys to work together. As Mukuro slowly turned her head towards Monokuma, he pointed at her and yelled, "Kuriko-sama and her accomplice Makoto Nagi are the terrorists responsible for locking you all inside the academy." Once again, time stopped for Mukuro. But this time she wasn't the only one affected. Everyone seemed frozen in shock. After a few seconds of silence, Ayo Ashihina, the ultimate swinging pro, spoke first. Kidding, right? I mean, Makoto's a terrorist? That's impossible. Who's Mukuro anyway? I mean, that's Junko. Kuma began slowly explaining to Ayoi. The real Junko must be imprisoned somewhere in the school. Worst case scenario, she might be killed. You must have searched for it. One of you would be easiest for her to impersonate and hid among all pretending to be her. Just probably trying to make sure the killing game went smoothly. Suddenly Monokuma's hands and feet began jerking in an awkward motion as he looked at the other students and introduced himself. Madarai, the ultimate hacker. I'm your upperclassman. hacked into the academy from the outside, and I was finally able to control of Monokuma's body just a little while ago. Take control from who? The head and terrorist organization that's controlling this robot from the outside. What? What are you saying, Junko? Moko trembled as she heard the words coming out of Monokuma's mouth. For a brief moment she clung to the hope her sister wasn't trying to kill her, but as soon as that hope was born, it was immediately consumed by despair. Junko had the power to transform hope into despair. She would never let anyone hack her that easily. There was only one. Guys, I will need to stop. I will read until like the next page and then I will stop. Like, not next page, but the next scenario change. There was only one explanation. Junko Nishima was pretending to be someone named Bashiki in order to frame Makuro and Makoto. It was tough. Junko was using her survival as a branching path to lead the student to a different despair. Monokuma continued talking. The students more lies designed to prod them to action. First day at Hope's Academy, guys exposed to sleeping gas, knocked unconscious and taken hostage. Mukuro and Makoto are probably the only operatives that terrorists sent inside the school. That means they probably know how to escape from here. Then Monokuma turned to face Mukuro. Mukuro Kusaba was a member of the mercenary group called Nira. She was a wanted criminal who killed over 10 people associated with the school. So don't get soft and think you can capture her alive. In fact, it's exactly what the cops told me. So the time I saw an opening, I tried hacking the traps they sent and tried to kill her. But what about Makoto? Monokuma gave a cold, emotionless answer to Seika's question. I guess he said a meansly like the ultimate like student didn't stand a chance in defying a group like Fenrir. Was probably threatened and forced to cooperate before he entered the school, or judging from his earlier actions, maybe Mukuro seduced him. Seika's face went pale. She heard that answer. She immediately stopped talking, raised her head and shouted, "You're wrong, Makoto isn't a terrorist. You all have to believe me." The whole gym went silent, and then, as if he was speaking for everyone there, Taka stood first and nervously asked, "Hold on, what do you mean Makoto isn't a terrorist?" "It sounds like you're saying that there's no doubt that you in fact are a terrorist." I asked that you correct yourself at once and say we're not terrorists. This began expressing her own doubts as well. It is strange, does it not seem odd that she is so protective of someone who all just met a few days ago? Who stood in silence. The other students' faces began to fill with suspicions and doubt as they realized they were looking at the real Junko Nishima. Bayaka pushed his glass and began coldly pointing out seemed a place to him. "I heard that fool Makoto, or whatever his name is, call you Mukuro instead of Junko. How would Makoto know that your name is really Mukuro if he just met you not long ago? That's if also the of Vernia," continued Byakuya. "As I recall, its members have a tattoo somewhere on their body." Secretly, Byakuya's words put Mukuro into a calm state of mind. In hostile situations, her defensive reflexes, the ultimate such often manifested themselves. Mukuro's tattoo was on the back of her right hand. She wondered how she could hide this from the other students without also calling attention to it. But in the end, this concern was in vain. If the police recorded she should have tattoo on the back of her right hand. as Monokuma freely divulged that information. "Alright," cried Taka, his voice filled with enthusiasm. "Just back off your right hand and prove your innocence." Monokuma suspended another unnecessary remark. "Make sure you look really close, she might converted it up with foundation." Chung had ordered Mukuro to hide her tattoo of foundation, so Monokuma's information was entirely true. There was nothing Mukuro could do except stay quiet. However, she wasn't staying quiet because her identity was about to be exposed. She was struck by the realization that her sister was completely serious about planning this on her. "Why?" the hesitation shouted the foolishly honest Taka. "As my classmate, I have complete faith in you." From behind him, Hifumi Yamada, the ultimate fanfic creator, murmured to himself as cold as sweat ran down his cheeks. "Well, look at that. I guess that's what they call a checkmate, huh? Why don't you just fess up already, you fucking bastard?" By contrast, Hifumi Mondo Owada, the ultimate biker gang leader, was really pissed off. However, there were some students who were busy questioning Kuma instead of Mukuro. "You're not coming to save us," shouted Leon Kawate, the baseball star. "You should hurry up and charge in here already." Kuma looked at Leon and shook his head softly. "The police can't help you right now. Not only are you guys hostages, possible the entire school has been rigged with explosive poisonous gas. I hacked into the Monokuma robot to investigate that for myself. Then what about everyone on that DVD? What about everyone outside school?" asked Sayaka. The memory of the DVD she was forced to watch yesterday still weighed heavily on her mind, but Monokuma didn't even have a clear answer. "I don't know anything about any DVDs, but there are definitely terrorists causing havoc out there. Law enforcement around the world is shambles trying to deal with this. That's impossible." Sayaka shuddered and collapsed to her knees. Sayaka, next to Hiro Fujisaki, the ultimate programmer, was unsure about what she should do. Behind her, two other girls stood silently. The first was Toko Fukawa, the ultimate writing progeny. She seemed to be trying very hard not to look at Makoto as he lay bleeding. The other was a quiet girl who hadn't talked about herself much, named Kyoko Kirigiri. Unlike Toko, Kyoko was watching everything idly, as if straight. From Makoto's breathing patterns to subtle changes of Mukuro's facial expression, nothing was escaping her attention. Suddenly, Toko began obviously talking to Sakura. "Okay, I don't have any more time. I will need to end the stream here." Alright. Yes, I will have to end the stream here. Bye. Shit. Time.